Strolling down the street, walking my dog, use a bowl, smoke a L, roll a J, the bong. We love to get high just like Dalen saw, so grab your tutu, play some space b-ball. We're so anti-gravity, come on sing. We all ice skating on Saturn's rings. My eyes are bloodshot, but I got my shades. Smoke before a test and you get high grades. I love my dog, reality bend, zero for life, man's best fucking friend. So sweetheart, take a hit, I swear you'll love this shit, make you feel legit, you're never gonna wanna quit. Cause you know, babe, just how I be, sitting in the cut, just smoking that tree. So if you're with me, sing along with us, and together we'll smoke on that cannabis.
Shooting down the street, just walking my dog. I love to do it all day long. Here's that shit, and I keep walking in because you ain't the boss of me. You ain't the boss of me. I love marijuana. My brain feels like a dancing Congo chick. I love walking my dog. If you're down, say yeah. I love walking my dog. If you're down, say yeah. I feel so fucking gone. Oh, but it's real fun. My mind is open to so much deep as shit. I'm feeling so fucking cool and tingly. I'm as high as a bee, moving to get honey. Damn, I'm funny, I like money. Do you understand what I am preaching? This whole time you I've been teaching. Great art of zero, walking, so take the leash. And please stop talking. Walking my dog, I could do it all day long. Just grab the leash, hook up the pooch, and we'll go on a monkey scooch. I love marijuana, can't you see? Zero is just a part of me. Slow down, baby, please don't choke. We're a whole lot better when you smoke. Motherfucker, just so you know, the world it is my bitch. And that's because Zero, he tells me shit. I hear him in my head, talking to me all the fucking time. Won't let me free. Being inebriated is eye-opening. I am becoming a prisoner to its hypnotic queen. Hold my lungs bleed green, my heart bleeds green. For it I think Zero's the greatest out there. Walking my dog, walking my dog.
Oh boy, I'm gonna close my laundry door. Ooh. Yo, what's up? Sorry for a little bit of the lateness. I am exhausted beyond belief. Like, had a long night at work. So forgive me for a second while I sit here and get this together real quick. Hope everybody is doing alright. Oh my god. I look a little blurry. It looks a little blurry. What's that about? Oh, what's that about? And I just woke up. I literally just woke up like 10 minutes ago. So I think I do like better doing this stream as soon as I get off of work versus going to sleep and getting up. It's so hard to get up. Anyway, I don't feel like going to fix this. Yo, Obama, what's up? So yeah, this isn't So the Streamlabs, right? I don't know why it keeps when I get on X and it says X, it says Tower of God. That's like it's really irritating. I don't know how to fix that. When I schedule the streams and it says Tbate when I schedule it, and I know on YouTube it should say Tbate, right? Yeah, YouTube says Tbate. So I don't know. But oh well. Anyway, enough about me. Hazy, what's up, Hazy? So a lot of people complain about the art. What do you think about this? Are we talking about for the season, for the new season, or are we talking about for um this chapter? I To be honest with you, I'm so over people complaining about the art. I don't even care. Now, was the art quality this chapter a little bit lower than the last couple? Yeah. Yeah, it was. But was it like as dramatic as some people making it? Like no. Like people don't like how Tess looks. Okay. Let me go back and look. Let me go back and look. Let me go back and look. Maybe because I'm so not an artsy person that I'm not even like don't get me wrong, I admire great art. And I will say, like this art, this chapter wasn't like it wasn't like life changing. It wasn't like, oh my god, like this one panel was beautiful type shit. But I like read the chapter and was like, okay, cool. Like I would have more criticism about the chapter itself than the fucking art of this chapter. Like, excuse my language, but yeah, I would have more criticism about that. Let me look at Tess. Pull it. Like, what's wrong with this? Like, there's nothing wrong with this. This is good. I don't know. I don't know, bro. What am I missing? Am I missing something? I gotta be missing something. That looks good to me. Like even this side, like close up, I, bro. I'm so done with people. Like where, bro? Where is it bad? I don't get it. Where is it bad? Every panel is not going to be like. Let's use the comparison of 4K. Like it's not going to be 4K 60 FPS. Like what are we talking about? Like okay, the panels of her laying in the bed aren't the best. Like, okay, they're not great. Yeah, whatever. I ain't anybody going into it because it's just it's the same thing every week with people being overly dramatic. I don't give a shit. People overreact all the time, and I showed some of y'all last week in last week's stream the Facebook group of people just complaining and just complaining. Bro, I don't care, bro. I really don't care, bro. In all honesty. So, oh, my sign's not on. Let me turn the sign on. Having the sign on, it's like a good look. It's like my good luck charm. Oh. All right. But yeah. All right. Getting into the chapter itself, right? Um. Oh, by the way, um, I have a new desktop. I actually I just fucked around and just bought a new desktop head. Um, I do need to. I do have a obviously, I'm using the monitor to stream this, and then I have a monitor that I game on. I may just use my gaming monitor for my new desktop piece. But basically, I I finally have an up to date processor. Like the processor in this I'm streaming on. This is a 2017. This is like a i5 processor. It cannot do. Where did you come from? Where did you come from? I didn't close the door. Sorry, cat interruptions. Um, yeah. So i5 processor. slower. I just screwed around, just brought a new one. I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it. So I gotta set this up today. Gotta set this little baddie up today. Um, got a i8 processor, so I'll be able to stream at better quality. That's encouraging. That's good. Um, and it's just the monitor settings. I don't know if I want to buy a brand new monitor yet. I may fuck around, just do that, because I do need to just upgrade everything anyway. Like my cameras are good. Like this camera I'm on shoots at a higher quality and 60 FPS. I just don't have the this this desktop is just not that good. But that's just a quick update. So after this stream, I'm probably gonna spend all day setting this thing up, and then I'm gonna mess around with Streamlabs and get this all nice and crispy because I got time today. I'm off work today. I'm not streaming Tower of God, by the way, for anybody that's looking out for that today. I'm streaming it tomorrow. Okay. Actually, before I set this up, I'm gonna do my Tower of God video. Drop that later today. I like to give you guys, whoever watches it, 24 hours to comment, whatever. Then I'll stream that tomorrow on the new desktop with everything. That'll be nice. So, just a quick update on things, on what's going on. But other than that, all right, into the chapter, right? So this chapter wasn't that it wasn't amazing, but the thing is with Tbate, like you can go back and read previous seasons, and every chapter is amazing. You have chapters that are just moving along the story, but it's not dragging things out, which is what I care about. Don't drag shit out. Just get to the point, hit where you need to hit. We get chapters like this. That's fine. Like I'm not one of those guys. Like I need it to be exciting every chapter. I don't. I can't be on 10 every week, bro. Like I can't be on 10 every week. It's just not possible. So anyway, um, so I want to address the biggest thing about this chapter. To me, the biggest thing about this chapter. I don't know what you guys think the biggest thing was. The biggest thing in this chapter was the Arthur and Tess thing. So with Andrath warning Arthur to not get romantically involved with Tess. I don't know what to do with that information. I really don't know what to do with that information. Like Arthur and Tess has been like the ship, like the ship. Like that's it. It's gonna be Arthur and Tess. Like I'm trying to think of a comparison. A comparison would be like, I gotta think of a good comparison. Okay, My Hero Academy, Midoriya, and Uraka. Like it's like that. Like, are there like other like low key females in the background? Oh yeah, like the Jasmines of the world, even though she's older, and what's the sister of the one boy from the Cotton Princess? I forget her name. I like her a lot too. I even though I can't remember her goddamn name. I like her. I like her when she's on screen. But there's always low key other females where it kind of like in a lot of series does this where it can be like low key ish harem like, but Arthur and Tess were kind of like they're like the main squeeze, right? They're like are the two. Like obviously Tess is the woman who's on on screen more than any other female character in the series. So it's obvious like Tess is the side character. She is the love interest. Endraft warned Arthur to not get romantically involved with Tess. I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that. Like a part of me thinks it's just like okay, the most simple thing would be But my theory doesn't make sense because you could debunk it easily. So it holds no water. But my initial theory with that is just that if Arthur doesn't get romantically involved with Tess, Tess becomes less important to him. Tess gets captured in the middle. Tess gets captured in the middle of the war. Arthur breaks everything to go get her. You understand what I'm saying? So like, Tess wants to be so involved in the war and so involved in the army. She is in a fight somewhere where she gets captured, and they basically say, "We have her. You have 24 hours to submit," or some shit like that. And if you don't, it's GG. And Virion, I imagine he's the type who will absolutely fucking submit to save her. So I see a situation like that happening, and Arthur just breaking everything to go get her. You know, just going completely rogue against the hierarchies and what the kings and the other lands with he's not a lance, but what the lances want and everything to go get her. That's a problem. That can go wrong so many ways. Because while Arthur is powerful, and I don't know how powerful he is right now, but he's not all powerful, right? That's my only thought process. But you can make the argument that if Arthur chose to still, if he chose to go with what Indrath said and completely leave her alone and stop messing with her, as a love interest, they could still be friends. I mean, romantically, he would probably react the same way if he didn't pursue her as a love interest. He would probably be like, "Oh my god, I gotta go save her." Now, maybe he won't do it, and maybe he'll have more struggle doing it, but you could debunk that's not enough, right? Because he may still react the same way. So, with that conclusion, I would think it's something else. There's something more to it, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So, I don't know if it has anything to do with her core, that she's that core and that her beast thing that she's finally getting control of. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with reincarnation stuff. Like I don't see why it would have to do with any reincarnation stuff. But if he's stopped, the thing is, if he's stopping time to do this in front of everybody, to tell him you shouldn't get involved, then it's got to be pretty fucking serious. So I don't know. I'm not actually sure. I'm not actually sure. But if anybody who obviously light novel readers, if anybody who's reading has any ideas or theories or anything, feel free to share. But besides that, the chapter was mainly the army coming back. Well, the army, but the people coming back from the caves. Feels bad for Helen. Feels bad that Adam is gone. Rest in peace to Adam. Very sad. Hard to watch. And then I did the part of Helen forgiving Arthur for because we knew Arthur would blame himself partially for that, and it was good to see the people around Arthur know him. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I need a little bit more light. The people around Arthur know him and know how he's gonna react and know how he's such what do you call that? I forget what you call that when you self blame. I forget there's a term for that, but yeah, he blames himself for everything. So I like that there's some accountability for not blaming him and taking upon yourself well, we didn't do a great job of assessing everything either. So excuse me. And then moving forward, obviously we got Stanner, Karya, and Dervis coming through, who are all pretty much a little beat up, but they survived. And then I didn't know that many people got like, excuse my language, messed up. Like they got beat up like that. Um, it looked like half the army got like decimated, and we didn't even get to see the ones who went to like the medical wing or whatever. So that was a pretty damn crazy raid that happened to them. You can't save them all, right? There's a lot of fodder in this army, I imagine. So, and then the other second biggest part of this chapter was the stuff at the end, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super invested in, and I don't know if anybody feels the same. I've kind of pretty much accepted Cynthia's death. I forgot that like it wasn't like public knowledge, and that like Tess didn't know about it. And honestly, when you like only read the manga and you've been away on a hiatus for a little bit, I don't necessarily remember their relationships of Cynthia and Tess, but I did go back and like read a couple of panels, and they were like master and student type of type of thing. So it is pretty sad. It's pretty shocking. I did have a problem with Varian babying shit. He got chill with that. Like even when before they went to the meeting to go meet the Veritra or whatever, and he's talking about, man, maybe I should just give up. Like I hate those type of characters who like bro, you know that's not an option, so why you playing with it? Like, don't get me wrong, like it's a decent flaw to have. Like you give characters those type of flaws to the ones who always try to see the other side of doing things, who always like to leave their options open. But bro, double down. We're going to war. Tess is your granddaughter. You allow her to be in this shit. Stop babying her, bro. Like, just tell her what's up. You know, especially since like you owe her that, since she's so tied to the lady. I agree with Arthur completely. Stop doing that shit. Just tell her, especially if she finds out. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever been through a situation where you find out something through somebody else that you thought was important that you should have knew. That's kind of like what's happening. Like, Rohit, what's up, Rohit? Um, yeah, you don't want to like important information that you feel like you're entitled to. Finding out that information through somebody else is always the worst thing to do. It's like it's so bad. Like I don't know if and if you haven't experienced that, you will, because like the world kind of throws that scenario at you sometimes in like random life. But like for example, right? I had one of my family members in my one of my like really closest family members. I was the last person to find out that this family member was struggling financially, and that they were getting ready to lose their house in 2 weeks, and that they needed a certain amount of money to take care of it. Out of everybody in our family group, I was one of the last ones to know, but I am one of the most helpful people in my family. Now, granted, I don't know what everybody does for everybody, but I know I'm willing to give immediately. I'm willing to solve a problem immediately. But I was one of the last people to find out, and I didn't find out from the source. That's the whole caveat to the example. I didn't find out from the source, which the source is one of my closest family members. So I found out from another family member, which is just like I don't like that hurts, because like I want to help too, like, and I'm I'm willing to help. So if you like ever experienced something like that, you understand how that can be like very, it could deter the relationship with that person, because it's just like, well, I thought you trusted me, and that's what this comes down to. Like Varian trust Tess, like she has to accept it, right? Regardless of, nobody wants Cynthia dead, but you have to trust her, right? To like make her just like let her suffer through it, and that be that. Especially since y'all going to war, like you don't want those type of things to, you know, come back and haunt her during the war. Like, oh, did you hear that Godsky died? Like imagine going through war and you hear something like that. Like that's gonna bother you, right? So, Test X art ship is inevitable. Tournament just wants to spice things up. I excuse my sorry for yelling a little bit, but I figured that Rohit, like it's just one of those things, you know, that you gotta make the the getting to the relationship exciting. I get that. That's a common thing to do. Um, I do like this spin on it because it makes me think. Like I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why. You know, my argument that I was making is that um like maybe she can like lose control later on, maybe of her beast, or maybe that she gets captured or whatever, and it threatens things with the kingdom and how they're operating in the war, things of that nature. But all that stuff can be easily debunked, because again, Arthur could react the same way regardless if he's romantically involved with her or not. He would probably react the same way. So I don't know what that's about. I would love to. I'm interested to see. It's like another what you would call a B plot, a B story, another B story within in the main story. Um, so that's good to add stakes and set up. Yeah, yeah, and you always got to do that, right? Like the war is not going to be just a straight up war, right? There's going to be like subplots happening. That's why I think like the purple lady, I forget her name now, the purple lady from last chapter, I call her purple with the purple hair. The other twin horn who got like basically I don't know if she died, but she got lost in the cave. Like we didn't see her die. They didn't say she died. They didn't say they found her corpse. So I think she's a setup for something later too. But yeah, I figured the shit was inevitable, but I like this whole yeah, you shouldn't get romantically involved with her thing. It does make for some questions later on. What's up, Zenu? What's going on? Yeah, those are pretty much all the main points of the chapter. Chapter didn't have like that much substance to it, to be real with you. And I think everybody understands that. Um, so yeah, I don't know if anybody had any theories on. If you had any theories, I know Rohit, you know the series, but Zenu, I don't. And if you put it in your comment, I'll just read your comment. But I don't know if anybody had any theories on what they think this Tess and Arthur thing is about. Um, but while that's while I put that out there, I'm gonna pull up the comments really quickly. So that's the whole theme of Tbate is fighting against fate and learning from mistakes past life. Right, right, and it fits. It fits completely. You make a very good point. That is pretty much what it's all about. Um, by the way, if you guys weren't here earlier, um, I can't theorize on TV because it's been spoiled a lot. Sorry if it's lagging. It's always the pulling up YouTube does that. That sucks. That's see and you see Zenu. That sucks. I don't. The only spaces I go to for Tbate is literally my own and Tapas. The Tapas chapters where people comment. Those are the only two spaces I go. Like even with the Facebook group, I don't stick around in there. I just like to go in there just to see what people think about the chapter because they'll usually post like a chapter theory or a chapter. They'll post when the chapter comes out, but I don't. I don't go to any forums. I don't go like even the light novel readers are in that group too. I don't. I ignore all those things. I don't go on X looking for people to talk to. I don't do any of that. I don't YouTube any of any content creators that talk about the series or anything. I save myself the harm. And I'm basically asking everybody almost every week to not spoil anything. So that sucks though to know. It feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. That's why I return to the web now. We'll want to get the stuff I don't know. Gotcha. June 3rd. Yeah, but per usual, I don't have a lot of comments to go over with the chapter review. So, there's not a lot. Window capture. But yeah, I was saying, just so you guys who wasn't here earlier, I did buy a new desktop to set up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hyped to set it up. After I do my Tower of God, I gotta edit my Tower of God review, and then I'm gonna set up the new desktop for better processing, better speeds, better everything. That's exciting. I can't wait to do it. Cause yeah, I gotta get off this i5 processor. This processor is just not built for streaming. It never was. You know, it does the thing when it comes to editing, like it's fine. It does have some trouble like rendering 60 FPS and 4K. Like you know, the whole reason I don't even use Adobe software on this anymore, because Adobe software has advanced so much that it crashes on the i5 processor. I could probably use my Adobe software again if when I switch to this other desktop. Today I could probably start using like Premiere again because it won't crash as much. Should I do that? I do miss using Premiere. I had so many more customization options. But then again, I don't have that much time to edit anyway, so maybe not. Even though CapCut isn't amazing, it does cut the time in half. Oh well, I'll decide after this. Anyway, yeah, not that many comments to really go over. 3 comments, that's fine. So what I expect mostly every week. I gotta get on that Tapas for that Tapas comment section for the videos and start. I think the chapter drops like what, at like 12 o'clock p.m. at least for me on East Coast. I gotta be able to be like one of the first commenters, and I gotta like do the same thing I did for Tower of God. Like a lot of people who found me on Tower of God was because I was commenting in the comment sections on cosmic scans and stuff, and like I had my YouTube stuff up there. So I gotta do the same thing for Tapas. When they drop the new chapters, I gotta kind of like pretty much like allude to doing reviews, and that's like how I built like a quick Tower of God base, like just basically like being directly involved with people. It's the best approach. That's why I'm also on X, but honestly, it is hard for me to navigate X, man. Only because X is just such a cesspool, and I just don't like reading negative shit. Like, I hate reading negative shit, and X is like the worst place for that. Like, holy, oh my god, it's just a cesspool of bad shit. I don't. Again, I'm in a period in my life where I don't argue about anime or anything like that. So yeah, I hate being in those places. Like even listen, like you like y'all said earlier, I don't even listen to people talk about the art. Like I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Y'all, people complain about almost anything and everything. Somebody's always gonna have a problem. It's just best to leave it alone. Pull myself over here. All right. So yeah, Twitter sucks. So I refuse to go on it. Yeah, and that's the best part. Is anyway, like if you don't like being a part of that type of stuff, just don't do it, bro. It's not worth your time. All right, so couple comments. This will be quick. Again, this chapter wasn't that long. Well, excuse me, it was a decent size. It's not that much content to go over for it. So there's nothing for me to really dive deep into. So apologize if this stream is like only literally an hour or 45 minutes. However, this is gonna go. Because I won't keep you guys. It's not a lot. So. But if anybody has any theories or anything they want to share or talk about in general about the series, feel free to share it. But yeah, Zenu just says, this is why you gotta close the doors properly, or else Curious Princess will hear something that's what she wasn't supposed to. I'm not gonna lie, that was a cheese. That was a huge cheese. Um, I was sitting there reading that like, seriously, like y'all gonna do the old cliche? Oh, I left the door half open thing. Oh, I overheard what you guys are talking about thing. That was such a cheese. I'm just sitting here like, I mean, if that's what y'all want, if that's what you want to do, then do it. Like, whatever, bro. But it was, I thought it was a bit of a cheese. Like, oh, Tisea finds out by the door being left open. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. But, like, I don't know why I'm expecting Arthur to have, like, observation hockey, like in One Piece. Like, observation hockey, if you read or watch One Piece, you know, like, observation hockey gives you the ability to, like, sense people, sense things, sense auras. Like, so I'm expecting Arthur to just be able to sense certain shit. Like, but I don't know why I keep expecting that. Like, even with the whole cave raid, the whole thing was like he didn't sense the cave door that was like blocked up or whatever, and look like he shouldn't. But because he's been trained so much, I think, or I thought that he would be hyper aware of everything, and he's not. That's my own headcanon. I shouldn't be thinking that way. But it's like, yeah, you should be able to sense Tess at the door, bro. But it doesn't work that way, right? So I agree with Arthur and Tess. Arthur that Tess deserved to know what happened to her master. Solid chapter. Yeah. Pretty much what I said earlier. Like, you can't keep babying Tess very on. It's annoying that you keep doing that. And I thought we established that he was going to stop doing that. Now, granted, characters have flaws where they'll say one thing and do another, and that's realistic. Like, people do that in general. But yeah, we're in the middle of a war, bro. You don't got time to be worried about her feelings. So, thank you for the comment, Zanu. Daniel. Let's see what Daniel says this week. Order Mark asking for theories. When I am here, I have a good one. Spoiler: Tess loves Arthur. See, I don't know if I want to read Daniel's theory because Daniel has made himself up. Excuse me. He's already made himself out to be somebody who reads the light novel. So it's just like, well, what theories do you have? But okay. It really is amazing how Tess didn't break down in front of Arthur and his grandfather after hearing her master die. That is some good mental fortitude. True. That's actually a good point. I expect her to freak out when she gets to the body, but that's a good point. I agree with you. There will always be someone who will be hating on Arthur in one way or another. True. We do need to talk about that a little bit too. So if you have Tapas like I do, you can see the next chapter is already like uploaded in there, and the next chapter name is Misplaced Anger. I know that's not like super clear, but it's Misplaced Anger. So with that, I made like a little bit of prediction what the next chapter would be about, and I imagine it's gonna be like Dervis and maybe other people from like the Twin Horns. Maybe Arthur go visit some of the Twin Horns and they blame Arthur for Adam's passing. Like maybe what's the dude? The dude who got pretty much fucked up for when Adam went to go save him. I forget his name. But yeah, maybe it's that where like, you know, and maybe some people in the army even blame Arthur, people who also got hurt. It's just like, yo, you should have been able to sense that door, and Adam died because of that, and da da da. Like, people like to cope, right? They're always looking for somebody to blame. So yeah, I can see Dervis doing that. I can see a couple of people in the army like who knew that he was there blaming him for that. It's gonna suck. I imagine that's what it's about. So nothing is Arthur's fault, but yeah. It was funny side characters are upset. Funny side characters are upset that they can get some action or resources. True, they were initially mad that they didn't get to fight in the dungeon. If Arthur didn't clear most of the dungeon, most of them would have been heavily injured or died. Exactly. Be humble. The moment they opened the big door where Arthur was sitting on the large crops of monsters. Yeah, they gotta stop coping. In all honesty, do y'all think, and does anybody think that they would have survived if Arthur didn't slay half the cave? if y'all couldn't handle, well, the Sudden Raid, I gotta give them credit. Like the Sudden Raid was a Sudden Raid, but yeah, them S tier monsters in there. Y'all would have got beat. Y'all would have got bodied pretty badly. Like y'all might have survived, but yeah, nah. So well placed comment. Thank you, Daniel. I gotta have more faith in you. And then the last comment comes from Loki. Loki says this was a long but short chapter. Somehow maybe simple is a better word. Yeah, simple chapter is a better word. I definitely expect people to blame Arthur. Legit theory. I think Tess is gonna die, or she has somehow the Varisha turn her and her friend that got captured to their side, and his friend that got captured. What friend got captured? What friend got captured? Who got captured? Did somebody get captured? Somebody got captured, right? Also, upon rereading, I think that kid got captured has something to do with his past life. And he saw a dark figure of Arthur in the past life. Now, some ability would seem strange that they. Oh, he's talking about Elijah. Yeah. That's right. Okay. You see, yeah. Elijah was taken from Cyrus. Right. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. I forgot about Elijah. Okay. Am I the only one who doesn't care for Elijah? I never liked Elijah. I never thought he was an interesting character, to be honest. Even with his like dwarf powers, whatever, I was just never interested. Whatever. Like I just never was. I don't know how to scale Tess, but I think she wouldn't be able to stop that. I agree. I don't think she would have either. They would have got bodied up pretty badly. But that's my theory that she's either gonna die or turn against Arthur. Ooh, turning against Arthur would be nuts. I like that. Maybe even if her own, maybe even of her own accord. Or maybe he's telling them that because Arthur is one of them who's going to die in the end. I think Arthur would die for Tess. I think we all could agree to that. Arthur would probably give his life for Tess. So if that's the only reason, then I'm not. I don't care. If the only reason that he warns Arthur to not get romantically involved is because he may die for Arthur, he may die for her. I that's not good enough. That's not good enough tension to be stopping time and say, hey, don't get romantically involved, otherwise you're gonna die. Well, Arthur isn't willing. He's the type. He'll die for her. So you're not alone. I don't care about Elijah. He and Arthur never felt like friends. Exactly. That friendship felt forced as fuck. Okay, now can I be real about it? That friendship felt forced as fuck. Elijah's like entire personality being built off bullying and shit. Like I understand that there's racism in the story and that there's bullying in the story, but Elijah's character was just never interesting. Now he did like want to like learn to use his powers better and everything, and I thought at least he stepped up to want to do that. But his meat and potatoes, and that's something we'll probably learn about more later on. I think that is the basis of his characters that we're supposed to learn about him later on, and him choosing to go with them was like a sign of a character we don't know. But the Elijah that we got at the school was fucking boring. Like I didn't care about the guy. Remember what his Ashura teacher was saying? How it's a shame that they just want to use him and throw him away. True. Rest in peace, Adam. Jasmine is the GOAT. Jasmine is the GOAT. Alright. And this man, Mazakwa, says good theory. No, those are good theories. Those are good theories. So, alright, that was pretty much it for those comments. Quick and easy. To the point. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, guys. I don't have much more else to talk about with this stream. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to go ahead and get crazy to start setting this up so I can finally do like better looking streams, better setups, use my cameras to their capacities because I have like the camera that I shoot my videos on. Um, I do camera work on the side. So that's my personal work camera. That I record like my reviews with. That's like 4K, 60 FPS, whatever. That's my work camera. So I can use that more. Get way better quality out of it. So I'm excited to set this up to finally like do like some quality stuff because I'm used to working with quality stuff. I take quality pictures, and I do video like videography as well. So I can't wait to finally get some stuff that can handle this stuff, right? Um, I think Jasmine is my favorite character aside from Arthur. I agree. I'm probably right there with you, and we probably align on the same thing. I love Jasmine just as much as I love Arthur, and I forget what's the sister's name. The princess of the Cotton. I like her too. Just as I like her just as much as I like Jasmine. I always like the in most anime series and manga series, I've always liked the woman who is more the silent fighter type. Like I've always liked those, and she's like the really silent type. I've always liked those type of girls. So like Jasmine and like the other one, they're both like that. I've always liked those type of characters. Tess's type of character or type of woman character, I've never been interested in. Um, Caitlyn, yes, that's her name. Or Catelyn, excuse me. Yeah, I like her too. It's her and I heard. It's like for me, if I'm rating it, it goes Jasmine, Catelyn, then Tess. Those was like how I like them. That's why I said people saying that like Jasmine looked bad in her panels last week or whatever or the week before. It was just like yo, what Jasmine looks fine to me. I don't know what y'all talking about, and I not stand Jasmine damn near. So yeah. So but that's pretty much it, guys. I don't have much else to talk about. Again, I'm setting up this new stuff. So once I set this up, edit my Tower of God video. If anybody in here is looking for my Tower of God stuff, I said it earlier, say it again for you. I'm streaming Tower of God tomorrow. I want to set up this new desktop first. That way it'll be a cleaner and clearer stream. I can get my settings and stuff together really well. I'm gonna put out the review. I'm gonna edit the review after this. That'll take me like an hour and some change to do. And that'll come out like around maybe 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, depending on the processing speed. And once that's done, then I'll set up my desktop and then I'll stream the Tower of God stream tomorrow. Probably early though. So if you can't make it tomorrow early, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow morning, like around maybe 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Way more earlier than usual. But since like I'm off of work tonight and I can get some sleep, I'd rather do it in the morning when I get up. So expect my Tower of God stream early tomorrow. But other than that, thank you everybody who tuned in for this very short stream. Unfortunately, we're probably going to get a lot of streams like this where there isn't that much substance to go on, and I kind of do as much as I can, talk about as much as I can, for a short period of time. So, when I was doing my first reviews for the series, it was early on. It was for towards the end of the season, the end of the last season, where we had a lot going on. Like we had the start of the war, we had Arthur coming back and getting trained and stuff. So there was a lot to talk about, and I could talk for like 20 minutes on a review, and I wasn't doing streaming at the time, but I would have more to talk about. But don't have that much to talk about, so just bear with me. We just going based on the content. So yeah, I'll see any of you guys in the Discord who was in the Discord. If you need the Discord link, just let me know. Send it to you, all that. I'll post it after this. I'll post it on my channel in the community tab. The Discord link if you need it. Again, there's not that much going on with Tbate, so nobody's really talking about it. But yeah.